So I want to encourage you to do the same thing. Another one of my philosophies that I've taught, and Alpheus knows this, but my angle is really macro level. I'm not really uh, in the weeds of how kids is ran at this point. I help get it off the ground. I cast a ton of vision, and then I appoint people to be able to run with it. But one thing that I was saying from the beginning for them was that, growing up for me, man, church was like, man, it's just, man, I really don't want to go. We're going to be in there all day, and then we'll come back for another service, and I'm not going to know what the preacher's talking about, because we didn't have kids' church where I came up at. We had Bible study. I mean, we had Sunday school, you know what I mean, and VBS, but kids just said, you just sit in there, and you better not make any faces, and you better not chew no gum, and you better stand for every song that's sung. That's how I grew up. I grew up old school, So for me, one of my major philosophies is that, hey, I want kids not to cry about going to church, but cry about leaving.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest compliments I've gotten. I've heard that there's literally been kids like, I don't want to leave, I don't want to leave. I'm like, man, how amazing is that? Like, they're crying about leaving church, not going to church. A few things that we put in place to make sure that that's possible is making sure that they have awe and wonder. And I know a lot of times when we talk about this, when we talk about church, we feel like, oh man, no, it shouldn't be exciting, or it shouldn't be, they should just know it's about Jesus. Well, how can we catch them unless we excite them? I remember taking my kids to Disney World and just seeing their eyes expand, and I'm like, this is amazing, everything's larger than life. And as an adult, I'm like, man, that's probably just a college student with a costume on. This person will probably take the smoke break right around the corner, and they just push the button and get on the drive. Like, it ain't even that deep. But for them, their just eyes are wide open, like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing. And I remember watching them and having this feeling like, church should be like that. Like, why isn't church for a child something that they can reflect on and think about and say, man, it's just amazing. And so whatever must be true for it to be amazing. And before God blessed us crazy financially over the past 2 years, before that, the first 4 years, I mean, we were balling on a budget. And, I found on Amazon some costumes for our people to wear, Paw Patrol. It's like, hey, we're going to wear this. We're going to walk around our little lost feet and invite kids to come in this area because I want them to have wonder. And the kids loved it. And they were like,